Welcome back to the Black and Royal Post. My name is Will, and today I am wearing my Hernan Losada starter kit. Your home for all DC United content and news. First of all, I just want to say before we jump into this episode, thank you to everyone who's been very supportive when we started this channel about a week ago. Loving the comments, love the interest, and we're going to keep this thing going. Just make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Like every other YouTuber says, it helps out the algorithm. It truly does. It lets people know, hey, there's a video that's worth watching. Give me a try and hopefully you enjoy. Let's get into it. This is our weekend update. The 5 storylines for DC United this week. First up, DC United have acquired Swiss defender Silvan Hefti from Hamburg, adding another piece to what is clearly becoming a reshaped backline. Hefti is 28 years old and primarily plays right back. He's a versatile defender who can also play center back when needed. The interesting thing about this signing is that Aaron Herrera plays the exact same position. But the good thing is, instead of this just being a replacement starter, both players are versatile in their own right. Herrera has proven that he can play the left back and right back role. My hope is that this isn't a foreshadowing of Herrera being replaced by Hefti. The reason why I personally wouldn't like this is because one important piece of context to note here is that Hefti has only played 20 matches in a year and a half at Hamburg, with all 20 matches happening last season. This season, the Bundesliga is at the halfway point of the year, and he has played 0 minutes. So what DC United basically is getting is it's a player who has logged 0 minutes this season, but who has fresh legs and needs to catch up to speed with the rest of the preseason roster. The big takeaway is this signing isn't about locking in one starter immediately. It's about competition, versatility, and tactical flexibility as DC United enter their first full season under head coach Rene Wheeler. And because we've already started doing this, what is Hefty's FIFA 2026 rating? I honestly don't know as I'm filming this, but I'm going to assume it's under 70. DC United have also released their preseason roster. And it tells us a lot about the club's intentions this year on which positions they need to address. Defensively, the numbers stand out. There's a significant depth across the back line, including multiple new additions and players who can operate in more than one role. This suggests that last season's defensive inconsistencies have been identified and they're working to get them addressed. In goal, we are carrying full goalkeepers. It points to an open competition and desire to sort out the hierarchy early. But for me personally, I think Sean Johnson is our number 1. Our number 2 is going to be Alex Bono. I think the great thing is that we've also added an academy player to this preseason roster, goalkeeper Grant Lavelle. I think it's great for the 17-year-old to get some experience, learn from former U.S. men's national team player in Sean Johnson, learn from Alex Bono, who is a proven MLS veteran. And it's also great for Jordan Farr, who has quite the career and journey into Major League Soccer. Starting from the USL, making his way at 30 years old to an MLS roster, which is fantastic for any fan of the game. And identifies that, never give up on chasing your professional dreams. The group of midfielders on this roster is stacked. They're not flashy, but has a mix of experience, youth, and energy that fits a systems-first approach where the roles and structures matter more than the individual star power. I mean, the reality is we do not have a star midfielder. We are working right now. It might be a last-minute winter signing, or it might be a summer signing where we finally find our 10. The midfield consists of João Peglo, Matty Palatola, Jared Stroud, Gabriel Pirani, who still has those flashes of what he can be for DC United, and this might be his opportunity to show the coaching staff differently. Hey, you guys don't need that 10 in the summer. I'm your 10. Who I'm really excited is to see the continuing development with Caden Clark in his full season with DC United this year. I think for this preseason, the focus for the coaching staff, and I'm sure it's obvious what the fan base is, who are going to be our center backs? The midfield needs to be addressed. Who's going to play our 10, or are we going to go with an 8? Are we going to go with the 10 or an 8? We got to figure out who's going to be providing the service, what our style of play is going to be. But the main focus is going to be, obviously, forward has been addressed with DC United. Goalkeeper has been addressed. The big hole still is our midfield and our defensive back line. Our final story for today. On the field, DC United faced fellow original MLS club LA Galaxy in a preseason friendly and came away with a 4-1 loss. We know we can't take preseason seriously. However, 4-1 against the LA Galaxy is like losing to the New York Red Bulls in match week 6. I'm kidding. Preseason, we're learning about our players. We're developing culture. We're building an environment. We are working on our style of play, the chemistry amongst our players, especially the midfield and our forwards, our back line and our goalkeeper. Backline and goalkeeper, 4-1 already. Not a good start, but however, as long as we're seeing progress from week to week before the start of the season, I'm okay with that. Secondly, we don't have much details on what exactly transpired in this game outside of who scored for the LA Galaxy and who might have scored for DC United. For DC United, this match was less about the scoreline and more about identifying gaps, testing players, and gathering information on who our starting 11 is going to be for Game 1 against the Philadelphia Union. And because both clubs don't really publish this information, we have to dig and do our own research, so we have to resort to our most reliable resource, you guessed it, Reddit. So, according to Damian Calhoun, and I'm sorry if you don't want to be addressed, but I'm sorry, I want to give you credit where credit is due. The LA Galaxy goal scorers were Michael Royce, Nascimento, Audi, Auday, and Sanabria. For DC United, it looks like Caden Clark scored, which is amazing.